Well, I'm pleased to tell you about the Step It Up Cure Pancreatic Cancer 5K Walk and Family Fun Day. It's coming up November 16th, just a couple of weeks from now, again at the RIT Gordon Fieldhouse this year. Delighted to welcome back to the program the Executive Director for the Pancreatic Cancer Association of Western New York, Mary Ellen Smith, along with Shelley Smoke, who is a survivor.
Yes, I am.
It's nice to be able to use that word, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Let's begin, Shelley, by having you tell us about your diagnosis. When did you learn you had pancreatic cancer?
In January of 2018, I started feeling ill. Just, you know, I thought it was normal. Then my urine turned a very dark color, and my liver numbers shot through the roof at my doctor's office, so they were in a full panic.
Yeah.
It took me to literally go to the emergency room to have a CT scan to identify that there was a mass on my pancreas.
What has been your course of treatment?
So I had the Whipple procedure, which I had never heard of before, but it's a granddaddy of all surgeries. It's a kind of restructuring, like everything inside. They took the tumor, a little bit of my stomach, a little bit of my small intestines, the gallbladder got out of there, and they just realigned everything.
Yeah.
So from there, while I was having that treatment, they also identified that I had breast cancer. So my next course of action was to have 6 months of chemo, which was pretty brutal, and then the breast cancer surgery after that.
Well, a double whammy for sure.
Possibly a triple whammy here, because my last CT scan showed a lesion on my liver. So I'm now at the stage where I've had a biopsy, and I'll find out next week what that is.
You seem in good spirits here, and you look great. How do you feel?
I feel awesome. So I mean, it's kind of hard to take, but I have my theory that it's either laugh or cry, and I'm not a pretty crier, so I'm not. You know, I'm just gonna laugh. I mean, we've gotten through so much. I mean, there were some tough times, and my team is my main important, you know, part of this treatment as well. That, you know, my husband and my son and my brother and sister and family and friends just all, you know, had my back, and we laughed through it. We laughed with the nurses and the doctors, and, you know, just made all the treatment that much easier to go through. I mean, it really is. I mean, you could sink or swim, and I'm going to swim through this.
Right on. Mary Ellen, it's hard to believe, but it's been 10 years now for this walk.
I know.
What have you learned over the last 10 years in terms of progress and in terms of the kind of impact you've been able to make through the Pancreatic Cancer Association of Western New York?
Well, it is surprising for 10 years. There hasn't been a ton of progress forward, like in many other major cancers, but we find it very hopeful that in the 10 years, we've seen the survivor rates for 5-year plus survivor rates go from 3% to 9% now. It's small, but in the world of pancreatic cancer, that is huge. So it's all because of research. And our dollars fund local research here at Wilmot, and we're always excited when we hear of new studies that they're undergoing. Currently, Dr. Gerber over at Wilmot Cancer Institute is developing or looking into a study of combining radiotherapy with immune therapy, so that it would look at doing high doses of radiation over a short period of time to control the tumor, and then hopefully it will help boost the immune system so that it can fight pancreatic cancer cells. So it's promising, and we're looking forward to hearing more results down the road. But that's where the dollars are going. Critical research efforts that are funded by grassroots efforts like our walk, that they can leverage then for multi-million-dollar grants from the National Cancer Institute.
Let's pivot to the walk. It's a great time, and people need to know that. If your family's been touched by pancreatic cancer, if it hasn't, you are welcome.
Oh,
everybody's welcome.
It's a family fun day, and that's what, as she said, it's the support network that you need, and we wanted to make sure that families or just the community could come out and rally around people and bring hope and keep it uplifting. So we have games for kids, we have bounce houses, we have things for the adults, we have, you know, some psychics if you want to see if you get a message from the other side, and, you know, massages. You can walk the 5K, then get your feet massaged from all the walking you've done. We've got food throughout the day, and we've got entertainment. We have a special guest this year. Bill's superfan, Bill's dad, who is a local man, Dick DeGroat, is performing with the XOXO pop band out of Buffalo, and he's going to do one of his weekly parodies that he has created specifically for our group. So we're excited about that.
It sounds like fun. Our time is short. We'll leave it there. Thank you for coming in. Continued success with your treatment.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to another great year with the walk.
Great, thanks.
If you want to get registered, and there's plenty of time to do so, go online at pcawny.org. All the information you need is there. We'll share that online at rochesterfirst.com.